According to Ramona Shelburne, the Sixers and Joel Embiid finalizing a 4-year, $196 million supermax contract extension. $196 million. That's according to sources, so nothing yet official. But the Sixers clearly making their choice there with Embiid, and he is their guy now, the centerpiece for that team. The process, as we have continued to wait, he has now become the jewel of the process. All those draft picks, they got one right. Ben Simmons, the other one we thought they got right, he's still on the trading block, but yet to be traded. But you know that's coming. That has to be the next big story coming out of Philly, is where Ben Simmons ends up. But still, big money for Joel Embiid.
No, it's good. I mean, you get your money. I mean, he deserves every penny of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he's become a superstar for them, and he really dedicated himself this year. What you hope, of course, is that's not trying to get my money, but this is who I'm going to be now in the league for a long time.
As long as he stays healthy, I think Doc being there has helped him out tremendously.
So the contract is, of course, all NBA contracts are fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's usually how that goes. But also the reporting is on this, I think this is from Woj, that it doesn't include the same provisions that protect the Sixers in case of a catastrophic injury to Embiid when it comes to issues he's had in the past. Lower back, the foot injury as well. That he had in his previous contract that he signed in 2017, that stuff's out. So he's going to get his money. They have no protections in case he does get hurt. Now, if
that was football, they still be sitting there trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
If you get a toenail, you got to give it back. If you do, it's all the
Did you have
stuff.
anything in your contracts at all? Because you really weren't an injured player. Like you
No,
pretty much were a guy that was always healthy. But I
was available.
You were the available player. Was there anything in a contract, or did a team ever try to put something in a deal where you're like, well, what is this about?
Oh, always.
Like,
I mean,
give me one that's interesting.
No, they're going to always try to put some language in there, forfeiture language. What else? I didn't care about all the motorcycle, boats, motorcycle, jet ski, and all that stuff.
Don't use any of that stuff.
Yeah, you can have that. I'm not doing that anyway. No extreme sports, so you didn't have to worry about that with me. You didn't have to worry about that with me at all.
You don't cliff dive? That's not something that you like to do?
No, I will not be skydiving, going into hot air balloons, none of that. Nope.
Yeah,
none of that.
Yeah. Preserve the career, then, of course, do all that stuff when it's over. You got plenty of time to enjoy yourself after the career. But again, the story again in Philly, just quickly on Embiid now, is going to be he's the centerpiece. We know that. As I mentioned just a few minutes ago, he is now the jewel of what was the process for many years of having bad teams and tanking to get high draft picks, collecting draft picks. We see the Oklahoma City Thunder are doing that now as well. And he's the one guy that really they have gotten. Was it worth it? I mean, you know what I mean? Like all those years that they were bad. It was about a 4-year run where they were one of the worst teams in the league, constantly collecting and flipping and collecting these draft picks.
Yeah.
And it turns into him, and they're trying to move Ben Simmons.
Well,
so him and nothing else.
Basketball is 2 guys, right?
Well, they thought they had 2, but apparently they don't. They have
2
1.
guys. But yeah, I think so. I think
they need to get
it. I would do it all over again if I was Philadelphia. The process or whatever it was, you do it all over again.
You think that worked?
Well,
all right.
Why didn't it work though? They went to the playoffs a couple times.
It took a while, but they finally did become a playoff team. They had a heartbreak against the Raptors a couple of years ago with that bounce, that shot by Kawhi. Otherwise, that team might have had a chance to get to the, to get all the way.
Yeah, you do it all over again. Because it's only been,
I've always wondered,
since the start of that, what is this, 6 years now? Since the start?
You got to go back for, I believe.
No, I tell you, it's not that far. It's only about 6 years.
No.
Absolutely.
I think the process started around 2013. I got to check, but I think it might have started around those years. Like around that time is when Sam Hinkie got in there and just decided this is what we're going to do. We're going to pull the plug on this thing and tear it up. And they just started. It was epic losing, and it was some of their top draft picks were just brutal.
3 or 4 years later, they started becoming a playoff team. They haven't finished the deal yet, but 3 or 4 years later, they became a playoff team.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.